Okay. We should be live. We should be live. So, this is. I gotta check. I gotta check real quick. Give me a second. Make sure. Yep, we're live. We're live. All right. So, y'all, what I have done. So, we're down 200 now, unrealized. Okay. So, basically, since the last stream, I have not taken much risk out. I actually added more risk, and as you can see, we are down a lot unrealized. Right now, a lot of people would be panicking in a position like this, because if my position drops like $100 more, I'm gonna lose all of it. So what I can do, because I work 2 jobs, I'm able to add more capital to this account, and I plan this in advance. So one thing people can do, first off, to prevent liquidation in a term like this, because this has only been like a day or two, and we have had massive dumps across a lot of coins. So it's not like massive dumps necessarily, but it's a pretty decent pullback for the short term. Like Solana's doing. Oh, everything just crashed for a second. All right, that was weird. Anyways, as you can see, I kind of along the top here. Along the top at this local top right now, and the way I look at it is I wanted to put more money into Solana at the time because I saw more potential at that time. I still see potential. It can easily bounce off of here. Let's zoom out. Like it could easily bounce right around here. This is a very it still is in the upward channel in my opinion. This is an upward channel. This channel right here. Let's do a trend line. Like this is a channel. It could be tightening, it could be widening, it can start going parabolic. There's all sorts of things that can happen with these charts. However, the most likely thing is that if it doesn't break out of this channel, it's just going to continue in that trend. That's what I see. And if you focus on other assets as well, like Ethereum and Bitcoin, and then you look at the ETH to Solana pair, I don't have the ETH SOL pair up, but I might be able to get that up. I don't know if the ETH SOL pair right now is dumping or not. I can probably look it up on ChatGPT. The SOL ETH. Gone up or down in the last 2 days. ChatGPT should have it. Should be able to find it for me real quick. Alright. So we're still going down on the SOL ETH pair. But once we do end up going up on that SOL ETH pair, Solana is going to start pumping like mad. And it's going to be, well, Solana's going to start pumping, and then that SOL ETH pair is going to be going up because Solana's pumping compared to ETH. But if you look at that chart, you can see that Solana is due. It is due. We are in need of a pump on Solana. It is one of my most. It is the crypto that I would be buying more of in spot for potential long term, especially in the bear. Solana is going to be one of the strongest and most stable. I feel like it has a lot more adoption potential, and it's already undervalued for what it should be. So I think Solana could hit probably like $1,000 easily. $1,000 would be nothing. There's people that have really big bull cases on Solana, but yeah, that's what I think on Solana. And to go back to my liquidation, another way, because I work 2 jobs, so those 2 jobs can provide me income to offset any liquidation that I get. And my right now, what my idea is if this goes under $75, because it's dropping, uh, the first drops when you first enter a position, the first 50% is going to be the most dramatic if you're entering a long, because once it drops 50%, you lost half of your position. The next 50% that it drops is only going to be 25% of your original position. So the first drops right now are going to feel more dramatic, like way more dramatic. And it scares most people out of the positions for bigger losses. However, I'm holding these longs for at least until they're in decent profits, and even if it has to take a couple months. So the way I plan that out is I offset. I made a position size where I knew I could manage it and not get liquidated. Like I can easily add probably $1,000 if I needed to, and that would basically cover if everything went to zero. So this is $500. And also you can add alerts on like BitUnix and other exchanges. And those alerts could help you in reference. So you could set certain references and alerts on your phone. So when you're like busy doing stuff daily, if there's like a giant drop and you're getting risked of liquidation, before BitUnix sends you a liquidation risk warning, which usually comes too late, you can set your own alerts to then add liquidity. And it all depends on how you're feeling and if you have to manage the capital. You could have your position go to liquidation if you don't think you have the capital and you're going to be risking more money into the liquidation. But I have enough capital where I can manage my liquidation rate. I'm not going to be liquidated. And if I do get liquidated, it would have to be due to like some political war or something. But even then, my alerts should warn me in time because I have such a big space between the drops. Like $75 drop across all assets would have to be like a 10% drop within a few minutes across all of these assets. And then also the other thing that I did to help prevent my liquidation, and this is also a way to not have to add capital. I did this a little bit in advance before I needed the $75. So right now we're at 112. If this hits $75, then I'll add more money. But because we haven't hit that 75 yet and we're getting close to it, what I decided to do was enter an ETH short, because Ethereum, is like it's going to be the dominating structure for most smaller altcoins that are in its ecosystem. And then it also overruns other ecosystems like Solana. So we have Solana. But I could enter. That's why Solana's also dumping so much. If we were to want to enter a Solana short, we could, but that, you could be offsetting your direct positions with shorts. But I do a broader short with longs and smaller coins. Well, not smaller coins, more range of coins and some smaller coins. Like this M coin, which I'm down nearly 50% on my entire position. So I didn't mean to necessarily take so much risk on this, I don't think. But now that I'm down 50%, I'm just gonna hold it. It can go down, lose $90, and I wouldn't even really care. Uh, Unless it breaks, let's say, if maybe if it breaks the floor here, this tiny floor that we have in the smallest of time frames, because it's barely been on this exchange. Maybe I'll sell for 50% loss. That's something that I'd be willing to do. Maybe it just depends, because this was I probably won't actually. The more that I think about it, this was pumping as we were getting pumps in Ethereum and such. So there's a chance that it regains strength. It's a good chance. Anyways, I'm not gonna worry about something like this. This is just a little bit of a risky coin that I took a chance on, and it's ate away a little bit of my profits. But I have the position still, and until I sell, I haven't really lost it. Most people will look at this and be like, "Oh, you're stupid" or whatever. You think what you want, do what you want, but mainly learn from what you do. Again, I started this account with $100, so I'm still in profit. This is all unrealized. You know, this ain't like I didn't take the loss yet. I still have these positions. This is, and then I'm gonna add liquidity if we need it. But the short here, so if Ethereum starts to dump, most of these other alts are gonna start dumping with it, which means this is obviously gonna keep going down as it kind of is right now. But my Ethereum short here, which is a $264 short, just a slight offset, because I doubt we're gonna dump extremely. Wants to load real quick. I don't know why this takes. Come on. Ew. What in the world? I'm gonna reload it. See, what we could have here is clearly ETH could be making an upward channel right here. But I mainly see a consolidation path right here. This is consolidation. And let's keep zooming out. Just need a higher time frame. This is annoying. Come on. Still respecting this trend line. And I drew this out like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So it's still bullish. And that's a big reason why I did not. It's bullish in my opinion, the way I'm looking at this. I don't know how everyone else is going to be analyzing it. But this is bullish in my opinion. And if we go. Ethereum needs to hit like 4,000. It needs to break all time highs for people to start really getting in. Retail, that is. And then when retail starts entering, it's probably the time you're going to want to sell. And most people are buying and talking about it. It's probably time to sell. But right now, I am not going to take no loss. There's no reason for me to sell my positions to panic, take the loss just because I want to secure my initial position, my initial investment, my initial risk. However you want to term the wording of your, it's all perspective. Everything in trading is perspective. So you determine your gains through your planning, not by other. You can take trades based on other people and what they say and what they do, but what it all comes down to is what you do, your trades, and how you interpret it, and how much risk you are willing to put onto that trade. You got to strategize your trade, though. You can't just throw money into this and not have a plan for liquidation. You need to have a plan for liquidation, a plan for profit taking, and a plan for like your strategy for profit taking. Are you gonna layer up? So as it goes up, you're gonna layer profits. I like to scalp long, so as we get like massive pumps, let's go on to something that I do it a lot on. Uh, doo, doo, doo. Popcat, I think, is one I've done some on. Come on now. It's becoming slow. I need like better internet or something. I need a better computer, better internet. We'll get there. This is obnoxious. So like right here in Popcat, this is a good example of what I do. I like to layer my positions in a way, but I also do it in a scalping fashion. So like a medium term scalping fashion. Whenever I see like an upward channel, so I was seeing like a path right here. I saw a dip, bought, I held, bought more when I was seeing it going, like this trend was building up, and I sold here at the top. Watched it dump all the way back down, pump all the way up here. Did no trade, saw it come right here. Was seeing a new up channel. Boom, bought, or I might have shorted here or something, but no, I scalped. I sold some here, and then I still held. Yeah, I was holding the position right here. Sold some here. Bought more my position back at a little bit of a lower price. Like I just buy a little bit lower, buy, sell, and it's pumped again, sell, buy, buy again, because I'm seeing the trend form. I'm seeing this form, and then I sell at these pumps, sell, had this huge pump that I didn't sell at, and then I sold because I saw this downward channel forming. Like I knew that since this was such a parabolic pump, it was probably going to come back lower than it. They like to fake people out. Market makers like to fake people out. So what happens is it's gonna probably dump down a little bit lower at least. And then what I do, I bought some lower because I anticipated that. I didn't panic in. I didn't do, but yeah, I bought some lower. I don't sell, see, but you can see my position right now is a little bit higher than this buy. So I bought when it went below this candle wick. So I bought right here, but I could have got it down a little lower. But you see, I bought where I wanted to buy, and this is what I anticipated. I anticipated to go at least lower than this candle wick, and it did, and that's what I wanted. Now I did not anticipate necessarily to go this low, but that's just the volatility of the market. This is actually this is possibly a good bounce territory for Popcat if Ethereum can start picking up speed or consolidates in the range more on a longer term basis. So we give it about a couple days of consolidation. People start to confirm that it's consolidation range and not necessarily going to dump. Bitcoin also starts holding up better. If these things start to occur, we could see a massive pump due to the fact that it's already at low. Like these coins are now getting lower in price. Like we got a good look at that right there. If we just go back up to about 50 cents where we just were like 2 days ago or a day ago, 2 days or a day ago, go up here near 50 cents. You get a 15-cent return per every 35 cents. You're looking at some good. Wait, there's a way. We're looking at least a 40% gainer here on Popcat, and this could happen within a day. Like this could just it just could come out of nowhere. These big parabolic pumps, especially when we are positioning ourselves right now. This market is positioning itself in a very nice position. The awareness around crypto is spreading like crazy. More people are getting into it right now. Big institutions are buying it like crazy. It's once Ethereum gets to all-time highs, meme coins like Popcat, Pepe, like Pengu was one that I bought at like 5 cents or fifth of a cent, and it popped up to like 5 cents. So it did like a 10x from where I was initially buying. And I think Popcat's gonna have it's gonna go $2 at least. I feel like it's gonna go to all time highs. I see it. It's got such a good. Just look at the Popcat, man. Look at it. It's Popcat. It's an animal. It's got that representation of a meme. It's a cute animal. Like Pengu, pudgy penguins. You can buy like plushies of them and stuff. Stuff like that that has kind of a, I don't know, a cute aspect to it, but because women will buy it, men will buy it. It's a, I don't know. It's got more of a representation. More people want it, unlike something that's like derogatory or whatever. You know, fart coin would be like it's not derogatory necessarily, but it's funny and that's why it pumped. Like these, you want to buy memes that have a name that can. You got to know the name kind of in a way. You got to feel the name. Feelings do involve in trading, and people need to understand that. Feelings come from like logic too. You got to make you got to take logic and emotion and add them together to make your decisions. You can't just separate them. I mean, you separate them, but then you combine them in a way. And if you do that, you're gonna make better choices. You add these different ideas. You look at how people are gonna interpret it when they first see Popcat and they see how much it's pumped in the past. What do you think people are gonna start doing when they see it's at these lows and it's a newer coin? What do you think people are gonna do? They're gonna probably pump the shit out of it. It's gonna pump. So That's one of my ideas here in PopCat. Let me zoom out here. And layering was the strategy that I mainly take place in. Could have got 100% right there. But yeah, we go over here. I see this easily pumping. I mean, we're gonna easily get back up to $1 something. You're looking at least 100, 200% gains. You're gonna get massive gains buying it here on spot. Spot. You don't even need to do leverage trades like I'm doing right here. You can do spot. You'd be perfectly fine. But I really see PopCat maybe a $10 billion market cap. Something insane by the end of the cycle. Like, there's some insane potential here. Insane. Anyways, I don't want to. It's like, it's a lot of hope in my spirit, kind of. I'm very biased against PopCat because I've been trading it for like well over a year now. Almost like, yeah, about a year. It's definitely something I have faith in. Faith, you don't have faith in market because faith doesn't get you anywhere. You gotta watch the charts, and no, you have to have faith, and you have to see the chart pattern, and you have to think of the narratives. You can't be one sided, people. You have to have many ideas when it comes to anything in life. Trading, education, getting a decent job. You have to have many different ideas that come together to create you as a person and your decision making. You can't separate that even in trading. People, I mean, it depends on the person, I guess. The way that I look at it is it's a lot different than most people. Most people don't see the use in crypto. I see a lot of use in crypto. I see a lot of the potential. I understand fiat, and I understand how inflation is going to impact, the USD, and then how it's just constant money printing. What do you think the dollar is going to become worth? Especially when there's a limited supply of Bitcoin. We have limited supply. What valuation, like, just people, you just think about it for a simple second. The dollar keeps on increasing in value. I mean, decreasing in value. It's decreasing. Bitcoin has a limited supply, and it keeps getting adopted more, and the rate at we can mine it keeps on decreasing exponentially, and soon we're going to be taking forever to even mine one Bitcoin. It's like, uh, think about anything in mathematics. Think about anything in logical terms. Think about anything in history. Think about it. Think about the adoption and the fast rate of speed that crypto's already been at. Think about how stable it is now. It has Bitcoin is over $2 trillion in market cap. You think that's just gonna get drained overnight? You think $2 trillion is just gonna flood away out of the atmosphere? You think? Look at any big major corporation that is over $2 trillion. Anyways, are we getting a pump right now? Are we getting a slight pump? We are. Positions starting to increase a little bit. It's like my Ethereum position isn't decreasing. Something's pumping. A little bit. What is it though? If Solana goes below, well, right here we're testing these levels right now. If it goes below 175 or so, like around these levels, breaks down below 170, something like that. It's probably gonna come down to these levels, 160s, and then it's more than likely gonna bounce. I do not see. There's no way it's just gonna keep dumping, right? There's no way. There's no way. Solana, come on. It's not gonna just dump all the way back down to 100. You know, it's not. That's not gonna happen. Let's be real. Let's see. What's this? How much is this? Looking at about a 20% gainer on Solana if you just get back up to the local highs at 200. Like, just staring at you in the face. Like, right now at this moment, it seems like such a decent buying. I like am so tempted to even buy, add some more, even though I'm like risking liquidation. I could though. I could add one and I wouldn't be able, like, I could add more money easily. I am tempted. Around here seems pretty decent. You can see like this larger wick down. It's a medium wick like down before we hit a new low, like these floors. Down, down. Is this a new floor? Like is this the momentum here in the downtrend is slowing down? Is that what we're seeing? Are we gonna about to go like right here in the next down? And then this is gonna here. I'll draw another line. No, this line is already in that channel. Well, in that median channel. It's like in the median of it. So, with respects to this, we'll go with that. It's about kind of where I was going to go anyways. Just a little offset, so... That's annoying. Yep, 173 and we pump. That's it. That's my line will work. Watch. It's gonna happen. No matter if Ethereum dumps, no matter if Bitcoin goes to under 100,000 in a couple days or something out of nowhere. Solana's just gonna follow this trend. It's 100%, 100%. Not a financial advice. Don't take my advice. Do not take my advice. Do not sue me. And I am no financial advisor. All right. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna end this stream. This video seems like some people are watching my video when it gets uploaded. So if y'all watch this, appreciate it. Yeah, I don't see much more downside. And if we do have any more downside, uh that's like it would be like two weeks probably of consolidation in a certain amount of range. Solana could maybe dump down 150 or so. Like You know, volatility in the crypto market is high, and that's why you have to manage your positions accordingly to what your strategy is. Anyways, yo, I will see y'all probably in a couple days. Show you what's going on with this portfolio, what I'm doing, how I'm trading. And yeah, I gotta go to work here, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.